But beautiful to be here, no less. We've got some babies going off in the paddock next to us, but all the horses have been on their best behaviour, as you would expect from this group. Smart Legends come across in lovely order and has loaded away well. Jet's built a nice association with this galloper now, and really nice and relaxed, hasn't turned a hair out here. Neither has Danish Prince, has just done everything right, walking around really forward into the bridle here with Braith Knock aboard. The only one who's been maybe a touch up on the toe is Son of Deck, who's stuck with the pony there. And I just want to make mention as well of Phillipsburg, who looks the best I've seen him in a long time, but all is well here for our first.
Thank you, Ali. As they link in, quaddie encompassing the final 4 races on the program. The Dark Jewel, the highlight, the Denise's Joy Hortensia and Luskin Star. But here's the first with Darren Flindell.
10 races. A very cool day as well, and the gates are back in the opener. Smart Legend and Danish Prince for the first two into stride. Magneteer's handy and going forward wide out. Jess and I will park handy on the fence, followed by Olympic Theatre Majestic Style. La Vesuvius being snagged back on the outside of Phillipsburg, with Karmazone improving on the rails. Son of Deck and Pure Hydrogen are the last two. So Smart Legend got the front there, but Magneteer pushes forward on the outside. Is staying pretty wide at the moment, Magneteer. So Berry summing up the situation, whether to press on or sit outside the leader. Danish Prince with cover in third, 2 lengths away. Then Jess and I probing the rails. Further back, Majestic Style caught 3 deep. On the outside of Olympic Theatre, then came Karmazone. Further back to Phillipsburg, La Vesuvius, and the last two, Pure Hydrogen. Down on the inside is Son of Deck. So they complete the straight run now and onto the circle, and Smart Legend holds the front. So Jet Stanley's going to try and make all here on Smart Legend from Magneteer. 2 lengths away to Jess and I on the inside of Danish Prince, and now Majestic Style taking closer order out wide. Further back to Karmazone, Olympic Theatre, La Vesuvius. Then came Phillipsburg, Pure Hydrogen locked up the fence, and Son of Deck sees them all. 500 metres to run, and Smart Legend close to the inside, turns for home in front by length on Magneteer. Danish Prince being sealed up, going up the inside, Jess and I with Karmazone, and Son of Deck running on well from back in the field. It's Smart Legend and Magneteer, and now Son of Deck is swooping on the outside, and in a bound Son of Deck has scooped them up and shot away inside the 100 metres, and this is a big midway success. Son of Deck draws clear, Pure Hydrogen runs home into second, Magneteer third, then Smart Legend fourth. A gap to Olympic Theatre, La Vesuvius, Phillipsburg. Further back to Jess and I, Danish Prince dropped out tamely from Majestic Style, and Karmazone was last in.
Oh, that's been a big win, and Son of Deck goes back-to-back, who got to the outside and absolutely put paid to them and has raced away. Ash Morgan on board for the Newcastle trainer Jay Hopkins at $8.30 and $3 over 13 Pure Hydrogen. Magneteer winds up in third spot, and Smart Legend will hold on and run fourth. But from the back, that was a big win by Son of Deck.
Yeah, lightly raced horse, clearly going places. So when Market's first one up, there was good support, was pretty steady at around that $8 quote. Came with a rush though, and a good win, because those leaders got a very easy time in the middle stages and showed a sparkling turn of foot. Pure Hydrogen stuck on. No real excuses though. Magneteer had its chance, and the same can be said for Smart Legend.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Brad. Just the way they travelled up front, they got really, really easy sectionals. For that horse to come off their backs from where he did, and the acceleration that he showed, he's a pretty special horse, I think, this horse.
He hasn't got many in work, Jay Hopkins, but he's going to win better races than a benchmark 72, seemingly, in Son of Deck, taking out race number 1 on the program. And Jay's about to join us. Goodness me, hasn't he got a turn of foot?
Yeah, he's a very good horse. Yeah, we were pretty confident today, and we always thought he was going to be better ridden quiet. Like the other day, it just happened, and he just had to be strong from where he was. So yeah,
the leader's got away with it pretty easily. So to come from the back and put him away like that, he's going places.
Yeah. So about the 600, I thought, he might have come off the bit. Maybe it was where I was just standing. But as soon as he got to the outside, I thought even from the 300, I pretty knew he'd pick him up. Yeah.
You'll take him through his grades. Have you got anything in mind, or are you just going to go play it by ear?
We're trying to get to a Queensland Derby, but they've changed it this year, so it's just a bit soon. So we've got the nom in, but it might just come up a bit soon, So, but anyway.
How many of you and Hannah got in work down there at Newcastle?
We've only got 4 at the moment, so yeah. The stable's going all right. We've only got 2 racing, so the brothers, so they're good. Yep, going good.
It's a stable staff assurance, sir.
Definitely.
Good on you, mate. Well done.
Thanks.
There's Jay Hopkins, the winning trainer, and Ash Morgan is about to jump off his back. 1:42.65. The overall time over the 1,700 metres, and in terms of the margins, won by 3 lengths in the end, with a length between second and third. So 3 by a length in 1:42. 34.65. Last 600 metres in 34.82. 34.82 the last 600 metres. 9, 13, 4 and 8. And the Welshman, Ash Morgan, about to join Corey.
Well done, Ash. That was a pretty special win.
Yeah, look, he was good. I won a maiden and a Class 1 maiden on him at Coslington Curry. He was just very, very raw. He still is now, even physically he is now. But I was just happy to cut my medicine there, 3 deep recover, and just knew if I get him in a rhythm, he can let go pretty well. So, look, he's been working the house down this time back in, so not surprised he done it.
You see, he had a Derby trip.
That's the aim, I think.
Well done.
Thank you.
There's Ash Morgan taking out the first event on day 2 of the carnival. 9, 13, 4 and 8.
Riding Alicia Collett's mount, so we're all set now. The light is on, ready to run. The Tab Highway Class 3. Gates are back, they're off and racing behind the Storm. Dawdled out of the gate 6 lengths last, and Dolly Jane flew the leads and would lead from Dirty Merchant. Walls Angels handy with 1 beat, no beat. Toravisti handy on the rails, and just between runners there, toes in the water. 2 lengths away then to the favourite, Rematch, who parked right behind the leading division. Then came Dances with Hooves, the paces genuine early. Then came He's a Copy Boy from Versace Family. 2 lengths further back to Norman, who's pulling his way forward on the inside of Magic Pharaoh. Monty Outlander 3 wide, no cover. Behind the Storm goes to 3rd last after the tardy start from Cenotes. And Maclay's last of all and about 15 lengths off the lead. It's 1 beat, no beat, driving clear. Out by a length and a half to Walls Angels. Dolly Jane is 3rd. They're followed then by Torra Vista in the green jacket in 4th position. Then came Toes in the Water from Dirty Merchant. Favourite Rematch is about midfield now with Dances with Hooves improving and Versace Family starting a run. Further back to He's a Copy Boy. Monty Outlander going forward. On the outside of Magic Pharaoh. Then came Behind the Storm is now 4th last. They come around the turn. And it's 1 beat, no beat in front from Walls Angels. Dolly Jane over on the inside from Torra Vista. Toes in the Water got all over heels there as Rematch starts a run and Dances with Hooves down the outside as 1 beat, no beat tries to kick at the furlong. 2 lengths clear, but here's Dances with Hooves really starting to let down today, and Dances with Hooves charges to the lead. Rematch grinding away, but Dances with Hooves pulls away for a big win. 3-way go the Miners. Torra Vista maybe second, an inch in front of Rematch, and 1 beat, no beat, just missing out. Behind the Storms run well under the circumstances. Then came Toes in the Water. It was all over the heels at the furlong. Further back to Walls Angels. Maclay running on from Norman. Further back then to Monty Outlander, Versace Family. Dirty Merchant knocked up from Dolly Jane, and Cenotes was one of the last to finish.
Here's another one that's got back and come down that centre part of the track. Dances with Hooves, the local victory. And Ash Morgan brings up an early double riding for Cameron Crockett. Will defeat either Torra Vista, Rematch and 1 beat, no beat. But the local has raced away.
Yeah, 3-year-old filly on the quick backup. Appreciated the firmer footing and just probably getting back in grade, but came with a burst right down the outside. So a nice training performance there from Cam Crockett.
Same sort of ride, same sort of win for Ash Morgan. They both got back, but a great turn of foot and acceleration in the straight.
8, 11, 1 and 3. Well, Ken, that's a big win by that filly.
Yeah, she's a nice filly. We obviously had to throw up the stumps in a couple of harder races. Newcastle last week, I had 2 horses go down and I just don't think they let down at all. Brought them home, took their blood work, and basically the blood count said they needed another gallop. I've been pretty lucky. I learned a bit of that off Dad through Brian O'Donnell, the old Percy Sykes method. Most of the new vets don't think it works, but it does. Her bloods just said short of a gallop, and I think that's purely because last week she just didn't let down at all. So they weren't tired horses, they were the opposite. They pulled up too well, so we'll give her a bit of work Thursday, but she's pretty smart. Yeah,
she's good on top of the ground. She doesn't mind the sting out of it. Pretty versatile.
No, like even the other day, I think she does handle it a little bit wet, but they just couldn't go the other day. I think inside 2 or 3 lanes is the only place she could be, and my horses just, both of them unlucky on the day. There was plenty there that didn't handle it, and the ones that didn't just didn't go at all. But, I mean, it didn't hurt them.
Didn't hurt them. Good job, mate.
Cheers.
Stakes for the 2-year-old fillies. Lazura heavily backed. Restless Zoo Baby there, barrier 1. Dancing around. Racing now, and Saturn Stiletto left the gates nicely from the wide draw. Labella Bondi jumped well together with Zoo Baby. Pretty handy is the favourite Lazura in the early stages, and Aroa Stone's going forward as well. Let's Go Barbie positioned just behind them with Grace Filatus. Then came further back to Pensativa has taken a spot towards the rails. Getting back now, Labella Bondi and Aladeal's last of all. Saturn Stiletto tugging along, races to the lead from Zoo Baby. Aroa Stone out deep is third, followed by Pensativa on the inside of Let's Go Barbie. Then came Grace Filatus 3 wide, out very deep as Fingers Hunter as they come up to the turn, and Lazura's fourth last as they turn. And it's Zoo Baby on the fence from Saturn Stiletto, then Pensativa, Aroa Stone, Let's Go Barbie shouldering into the clear, and down the outside Lazura starting to wind up, 5 off the lead. It's Saturn Stiletto still in front, 2 lengths away then to Lazura, the outsider starting to mow it down, and Lazura strides up on the outside of Saturn Stiletto, clear from Let's Go Barbie. It's Lazura and Saturn Stiletto, and Lazura will just win it, a half head to Saturn Stiletto. Let's Go Barbie ran third, and a gap back in the field to Zoo Baby and Fingers Hunter. Further back to Aladeal, then Pensativa, Grace Filatus, 5 further back to Ravana from Aroa Stone, and Labella Bondi was last in.
Well, they put a stack on it. She's only just got there. Didn't the second filly try her heart out? Saturn Stiletto and made her earn it. Tommy Berry had to get desperate and will just fall in. So 3 will get it here on the outside, but only just. What a finish.
Yeah, good win there from Lazura. Hit the front maybe a little bit too soon. That's no fault of Tommy Berry. She maybe had a bit of a think. She's still learning, but done a fantastic job. Second start, and now she's a black type winner. Good to see Saturn Stiletto to bounce back, and Let's Go Barbie. I think she's just looking for a little bit further, but good gaps back through the field.
Yeah, I thought it was a terrific win too, Brad. She's obviously got a lot of class, this horse. She still doesn't look anywhere near as developed as what she's going to be.
Charlie, nice filly. She's won again.
Yeah, terrific filly. Obviously not easy to do, going from a provincial race to straight into black type company. But whilst she only won by the narrowest of margins, I think it's clear to see that with racing she'll improve, and against the same sort of field with more experience under her belt, then she would have won a little bit easier. So really promising filly for Ricky Serace. So it's fantastic. They're obviously invest heavily in the game, and it's good to get a nice reward.
She's quite a light filly, so she's got some growing and furnishing to do.
Yeah, she does. Look, and anything this prep, I remember ring the day before she won her maiden and said, look, whatever we get out of her tomorrow will be a bonus, and then she won that day and now was won again. So, look, she'll be a much better 3-year-old than what she is now, but we'll take it, and look, great to get some black type with both fillies running today. So,
great job.
Thank you.
Let's go upstairs. Here's Darren.
The last to move in, so they're locked and loaded, and we're ready for the fourth with a rain band blowing in for the running of this. Stand by for a start. Racing now, and they've all got out of the gates pretty cleanly. Oakfield Waratah jumped okay with Mountain Guest. Being sold up, King of Clubs from the inside, and Rachel King takes it to the front, and the favourite Unusual Legacy right with it. Then Oakfield Waratah, Mountain Guest out deep. Taja Wale is slipping through on the rails on the inside of Perfect Play. 2 lengths to the grey Baltic Coast over racing a bit from Dream Flight, and 4 victories right off the course. Further back to Olympic goes Vincenzo, Decadent Taylor. At a length off to the import Full Field, who sees them all. So it's King of Clubs, a narrow leader from Oakfield Waratah, and Mountain Guest has been specced at big odds. Can't get any cover here, caught 3 wide. Taja Wale goes up to join the favourite in 4th position, so Unusual Legacy is 1 off the fence as they go into the bend. 4 victories still in a 3 wide position are on the outside of Perfect Play. Then came Baltic Coast. 2 lengths further back to Vincenzo from Dream Flight. Olympic Gaze third last from Decadent Tale, and Fulfilled sees them all. 800 metres to run, and it's King of Clubs in front. Mountain Guest eventually got to second, a length and a half Oakfield Waratah. Then came Unusual Legacy from Tajawal for victory off the course. Then Perfect Play, Vincenzo, Dream Flight, Baltic Coast back on the fence from Decadent Tale, Olympic Gaze and Fulfilled as they straighten up. And King of Clubs turns the corner at the 400 metres, a good leader by 2 or 3 lengths at Oakfield Waratah. Then Mountain Guest for victory. Unusual Legacy slicing into the clear. Tajawal back on the inside. It's King of Clubs under siege now with For Victory the outside. Unusual Legacy taking a while to wind up. Hutchings getting serious now, and Unusual Legacy moved up to take the lead late, and the favourite to win it, Unusual Legacy from For Victory, and Perfect Play home into third, followed close up by Decadent Tale, Vincenzo, and back on the inside King of Clubs. Tajawal didn't lengthen when clear, followed by Oakfield Waratah, then Mountain Guest, Fulfilled and Dream Flight were among the tail enders.
He took a while to wind up, but wind up he did, and he takes another step today. Unusual Legacy, Rory Hutchings on board for Chris Waller. Will go on to win over for Victory, who tried hard. Was stable Quinella, and behind those, Perfect Play was rattling home late.
He's a stay going places, isn't he? That's now 4 wins from 6 starts and only got warm that last 100 metres, so keen to see him over further again. He looks a nice prospect going forward.
In time too, he'll create a better turn of foot once he gets up over a little bit further. It took him a long while to wind up. There was decent speed that he was chasing out in front. Probably need the stick flipped over to the right hand as well, just to give him that little bit of a reminder to go a bit straighter. But terrific win, I thought.
Charlie's taken another step forward today.
Yeah, he has. He was obviously had to dig deep. He was tested hard by the stablemate, who's in a rich vein of form. So, look, he's a horse who's going to get over a lot further than today's distance. But you can only race him what's available to you. And look, it was great for the Mulos, and obviously great for Rory Hutchins, who was apprenticed to us going back a few years now. But so it's really satisfying getting a win for him.
Yeah, he's pretty honest, isn't he? But he's still learning by the look of him.
Yeah, he is. He's a big, raw, gangly thing. Look, he's tall, but he still lacks a lot of strength. So we haven't seen the best of him, and I don't think we will for quite some time, to be honest. There's still plenty of maturing and developing to do. But like I said, once he gets over 2,000 and beyond, he'll be a pretty decent horse.
The Victory was good too.
Yeah, he was. He was very tough. He's just this preparation. He's finally found his groove, and he's look. He didn't make it easy for the favourite and the eventual winner, but full credit to him. He's had to still dig deep to hold on for second. And look, he's in the right time of year. He goes on all tracks and around this distance range, and coming back in distance as well for him is probably particularly impressive. So he'll be, I'm sure, knocking on the door again soon.
Like the Tweed.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Rory. He's got plenty of upside, this horse.
Yeah, he does. He's going to be a nice stayer in the making. Obviously building a good record now, and the race was his keeping today. You know, he was placed right, good barrier. We ended up in the garden spot. And he took a little while to wind up, but once he hit top gear, he had the race covered.
Was he a little bit reluctant to race inside the stable, mate?
Probably. Tommy wasn't giving me much room. Yeah, he was laying all over me, but yeah, once I got through and clear, he really extended.
Well done, mate.
Thanks.
Chelsea Hillier rushes forward when the gates open. Jewellery at 480. Trained by James Cummings, landing a double here yesterday. They had a big price winner in Doomben about 20 minutes ago. And Elson Boy now is the last to move into the gates for the Kiora. Benchmark 72 over 1,300 metres. So we're good to go now. Race 5 on the card here at Scone. Stand by for a break. They're set. Racing. And last out of the gates was Cape Byron, and Zuckerette flew out together with a striker given a positive ride. Goes straight to second now. Wide out Elson Boy being reined along. Pretty handy Ivan's Hero. Silvanito there together with Midnight Opal. The favourite Jewelry settles down about 7th. A length and a half to Yiska, followed by Fairway Star. Bojangles slipping across into decent position. A length further back there on the white jacket is Chevron over on the rails. Our deeper out is O Tycoon from West of Africa. Needs some luck, is back third last from Broadway Bouncer, and Cape Byron sees them all. Elson Boy from the outside draw got across to lead, out by a length and a half now onto Striker and Zuckerette back to third. Ivan's Hero to a clear fourth, and Midnight Opal, Silvanito back on the rails, and Jewelry's in the middle of the ruck as they race around the corner. 450 metres to go. Elson Boy shooting for 5 in a row. The well fancied as Striker's a length away the outside. Zuckerette back to the rails. They're followed further back by Yiska down the outside. Jewelry starting to slice through the pack. 3 behind us. Striker now it takes the lead. 175 to go. Striker, Elson Boy. Jewelry working into the clear. Elson Boy showing fight here for Hillier. Ran out a bit Elson Boy, but has got it won. There's 5 in a row. Elson Boy neck to Striker. Jewelry got up to run third, followed by Silvanito and Bojangles late. Then Ivan's Hero needs some luck. Fairway Star, West of Africa. Yiska, further back to Chevron from Zuckerette, a gap to O Tycoon, Broadway Bouncer, and last all the way was Cape Byron.
Dave, what a thrill.
It was a big thrill, yeah. I was just saying off air there, I bought a horse here years ago called Leaders Road. Drew 16 alley over 2200 and he won too. And a young girl rode and fought me that day, so that's real good, mate. Yeah, real good.
You got him flying.
Yeah, he's going good. We're a bit stiff that he got hurt before the country championships, you know. I tried him at Mudgee, he tried brilliant. I took him home next morning, he couldn't turn his neck either way, you know, so it took me a while to get him back right, but he's back flying now, you know.
He looked beaten a dozen times, he just wouldn't lie down.
He's tough, yeah. He's a bit like the trainer.
Mate, you've given Chelsea Hillier a first city winner. What a thrill for her.
Yeah, I did the same thing for Sophie Young when she won on Leaders Road. Yeah, same thing, so very good.
Mate, well done. I think you've made a lot of people very happy.
Made me happy too, don't worry.
Good man.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Chelsea. First city winner, and what better way to do it than on your home track?
Yeah, thanks, Corey. It's pretty unreal. I don't really even know what to say. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm really happy for Dar and I really appreciate their support. They've been really good to me, so yeah, it's really good.
Take us through the race.
Well, I had to do a lot of work to get there with the wide alley, but I think the little bit of rain helped him as well in the race prior. But yeah, he came back underneath me really, really nice. Back to 1300 was probably a blessing because we had to do so much work to get across. But yeah, no, we got headed at the top of the straight, and Tommy Sherry just looked like he was going to go straight past us. But to be fair, my horse is a tough horse, and he kicked back, and he still had some left. He was wandering on the line when he got in front. So yeah, no, it's really good.
Well done. First of many.
Thank you.
It was Sunday Joy and Joie de Nice and Euphoria. And this race that Denise's Joy run every year on day 2 at the Carnival. So they're getting set quickly now. This is over the 1100 metres as Zia, one of 3 runners for Gain Adrian, move into the gates. And there's only 2 out. Let's head up to Darren.
See Hillier, a striker joined it on the outside, and then Nelson Boy was able to pull away again, the closing 50 metres. So it's had a terrific preparation, Nelson Boy, the horse from the west, trained at Dubbo. So Gold Lover's moving in here for race 6, trained by Holly Williams going forward, Gold Lover. And Left Field is about the last to move in. Race 6 on the card. Great edition this year of the Yarraman Park Denise's Joy Stakes, listed for the 3-year-old fillies. And they're locked and loaded now, and we're ready to go. Springlee, the favourite. Stand by for a break. They're off and racing. She left the gates cleanly. Springlee. Sicilian was fast out with Gold Lover wide out. Zia in the white jacket is going forward, and then Queen of the Mile. Oz Empress up on the inside, Martini Mama, Grey Zeus out deep from Ballroom Bella. Springlee's in the middle of the ruck, Commemorative up on the outside wide. They're followed by Invasive Dreams on the inside of Lazago, Fool's Doubt. Further back to Soltaire, and Left Field's last of a pretty bunch field as they come to the turn. Zia in the white jacket leads narrowly from Gold Lover. Sicilian third and wide. Ballroom Bella even deeper out. Then came the grey Martini Mama coming off the fence from Queen of the Mile. Now Springlee's tugging between runners looking for room. It looks like a gap's opened up now, and Commemorative coming off heels. It's Zia and Gold Lover. Martini Mama the grey trying to slice between the pair. Now Commemorative's winding up with a big run on the outside, and in a bound Commemorative raced up to hit the lead from Springlee going to second, and then came Left Field, but Commemorative powering to the line, and Commemorative won it by a length and a quarter to Springlee. Left Field third, Martini Mama fourth, a gap back to Lazago, then came Zia from Sicilian, Grey Zeus from Fool's Doubt. Further back, Queen of the Mile, then Gold Lover, Invasive Dreams, Ballroom Bella, Soltaire, and Oz Empress last in.
It's been a terrific carnival for the boys in blue, and Commemorative wins the Denise's Joy for James Cummings and Zach Lloyd over Springlee, Left Field, and also Martini Mama. Commemorative, a beauty.
She just appreciated that bit of room. She's a big, strong, powerful girl, and maybe she's about to go right on with the job. That was a pretty dominant win, and she looked the winner a long way from home, Corey.
Yeah, I think that was the key to it too, Brad. Just giving her that room where she didn't get that last time out. She didn't get a chance to really stretch and hit the line like she did there today. She come from back off the speed, but just loved the way that she lengthened over that short distance trip.
Well, the good carnival for Godolphin continues, Dad.
Yes, no, it's always nice to come up here with these horses where they're born and bred here, and you know, for Darley and the Godolphin team up here, you know, they get a big thrill out of the day seeing the horses go around. But more importantly, you know, this was extremely important for this filly, you know, being a stakes race, and she's promised to deliver something of that nature, and it was good to see her do it today.
Great to see her on the big track, get plenty of room to unwind.
Yes, unfortunately last start Jamie wasn't really aware of her race handling. She just got trucking too much, and that was, you know, our main goal today was just to try and get into a nice rhythm and get her to relax and let her use her stride in the home straight, the big track. And I think the wide gate suited her because she was able to just get plenty of open air, and she won with a lot of authority, and I think there's bigger fish to fry for her.
Yeah, she was pretty dominant there.
Yes, no, she, you know, I think this morning she was about 590 kilos, so you know, so she's a very, very big filly, and Mum, you know, she was a stakes winning mare, Memorial, so yeah, no, it was very relieving to see her win.
Great job, Dad.
Thank you.
Well done, Zach. You didn't ride her last time out. She needed room, but she got all the room that she needed today.
Yeah, the barrier was a big help for her today. Just keeping her in a rhythm. She's obviously got an abundance of talent. Still learning how to put it all together mentally, but you saw the real Commemorative today.
You're confident all the way through?
I was, yeah. Obviously, I was hoping Ballroom Bella would roll a bit more forward and create a bit more tempo, but she had her room, and I was very happy with the rhythm she was in. Just on the bend, the outside runner just had her a bit tight, and she actually conducted herself really good in a tight situation. And top of the straight, I thought I may push the button a bit soon, but she's just all momentum, and yeah, she's a very good filly.
Well done, bud.
Thank you.
Reese is okay. He's standing up next to me and smiling, so he's not no issues there. And they're going to reload them, but Bacchanali, I believe, will be out.
Yeah, being led away. Thank you, Ali. So Reece Jones, AOK, Bacchanalia, they are going to go without. As Opal Ridge is about to be reloaded for Tommy Berry, the $3.20 favourite. Here's Darren again.
Ridge moves back into the stalls. This heavily backed mare, Opal Ridge, she was a big winner of the Luskin Star this time last year. And she's a hot favourite now for the Atencia. We're ready to run. Racing, Opal Ridge left the gates nice and cleanly. Wide out, Iona Merck going forward, although going back now, and Insurrection on the inside boots through. And Hard to Say goes on with the job. Hard to Say leads from Insurrection, La Melody third, followed by Quick Tempo. Then Opal Ridge a little bit deep on the outside of With Your Blessing. Then came Special Award from Cavalier Charles, Mabel, and Iona Merck's been taken back to last in a wide position. Hard to Say gallops clear by a length on La Melody. In third, Insurrection with cover now, followed by Opal Ridge starting a run to the turn on the outside of Quick Tempo. With Your Blessing, the fence from Cavalier Charles, Special Award. Iona Merck will have to come from last to the outside. Mabel back to the inside. Insurrection takes the inside run, joining Hard to Say. Then came La Melody. Quick Tempo slicing through. Now Opal Ridge given the cue the outside. With Your Blessing up the fence. There's many chances here. Opal Ridge letting down. With Your Blessing the inside, but Opal Ridge, Iona Merck storming home at the end, but Opal Ridge does it again. Opal Ridge first, Quick Tempo second, Camera third, Iona Merck, Cavalier Charles, and With Your Blessing. Then came Hard to Say from Insurrection. Further back to La Melody from Mabel, and Special Award. The local mare's done it again, Opal Ridge. She toyed with them in the Luskin.
She loves this day and she wins again. Opal Ridge on the home track. Tommy Berry and Luke Pepper over Quick Tempo. And there was a wall behind, but the local mare does it again.
She's so good fresh, isn't she? And I think she was on the same blades of grass that saw her win 12 months ago, the Luskin Star. 1,100 metres, made no difference, balanced up, hit the line, and she was so strong late, as she so often is. Bit of a blanket go there for the Miners.
Yeah, it was, Brad. She raced exactly the same way here last year, and she likes to have that little bit of room. She's got an acceleration like no other when she gets that room, and she can really lengthen to the line. It was a good win, terrific win there today.
So the numbers 6, 11, 15 and 13 on the Hortensia. You just love it when a long-term plan comes to fruition.
Yeah, a bit nervous today. Like she's had a long time off and getting her back. But yeah, no, she was dynamite again. Probably felt it the last bit. There's plenty of improvement left, and that's what we wanted to do is sort of land in Queensland at a peak. So yeah, no, she hit the front, and I thought, oh, she's starting to feel it a little bit late. But yeah, no, great ride by Tommy, and she's nice and tough.
Yeah, she's tough and she's genuine.
Genuine. She never runs a bad race for us. You know, end of last prep, she was just on tired legs and needed a good break. And thanks to the owners, they trusted in me and sent her out. And we gave her that good break. We missed all the autumn and sort of focused on Queensland, and hopefully we can get the job done up there.
Yeah, you got a plan up there?
Yeah, I'd say she'll go to the Dane Ripper into the Tats Tiara. The Tats Tiara is our grand final, and she's having a good blow, so there's plenty of improvement left. So, yeah, I was a little bit worried. Like, I thought, you know, she's always going to land here a little bit soft, so it's a great effort.
It's like a bit of a sigh of relief there, isn't it?
Oh, mate. Every time she goes around, I'm an absolute nervous wreck. Like, lucky she's... she keeps it pretty cool, so the trainer's no good on race day.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Congratulations, Tommy. She likes to flex her muscles in front of the hometown crowd.
Yeah, no, she does. She's got a great record here, and you know, she was a class horse in the race, but obviously you always got that hanging over your head. She's had a long time off. First up, she looked a bit woolly in the coat and a bit big in condition, so she's got to take a lot of improvement out of that. But no, full credit to the team. Luke, he called me about 2 months ago asking me about riding her, so he knew we had a spot on for today.
She likes a bit of room. She raced in a similar fashion here last year. She's obviously a big filly mare, but she just loves that room.
Yeah, even the day leading up to the Tats Tiara last year, or might have been the year before, she was 4 deep no cover in the Dane Ripper, I think it was, and still ran enormous. So she's a big striding mare, and she does enjoy that bit of room, and she looks a little bit better than your feet at the moment, Brownie, I'll tell you that much.
Well done, buddy.
Cheers.
That indeed they are. That mare humming forward into the bridle. So the Group 3 worth $250,000 is the Dark Jewel as we go to Darren.
Oh, Dark Jewel Classic Group 3. And Electrica now is the last to move in. Just about ready to go now. Shadows of Love favourite in a more open market for this race, and the light is on. And we're good to go. Stand by for a break. Gates are back, and Boot Scooter anticipated the start well, but there's plenty going forward. Shadows of Love, Banana Queen, Mirror View sent forward, and now Short Shorts is getting into stride, and Short Shorts puts the head in front. Wolves on the inside of Mirror View, and the favourite Shadows of Love goes to a clear fourth. Banana Queen eases back. Ruthless Dames cast wide early, then came Gennady getting up on the inside. Further back to 4 for Cindy. Boot Scooter gets back now from Miss Fabergé. Then came over riding Porcari Curry, Rosita out 3 wide, and the last 2 Electrica together with Papali. So the leader dashes away. Short Shorts as it loves to do. Short Shorts out by 3 lengths to Wolves, and Mirror View third the outer. 2 further back to Russian Conquest on the inside of Shadows of Love. Then came Gennady, Ruthless Dame 3 wide, the trip on the outside of Banana Queen. They're followed after a length to over riding Miss Fabergé, 4 for Cindy, back on the inside as they straighten up, and Short Shorts leads by 2 or 3 lengths here. 2 Wolves and Mirror View, then Shadows of Love. Russian Conquest, Gennady back on the inside from 4 for Cindy, and then Ruthless Dame. Short 200 metres to go. A 2-length leader, but now Shadows of Love closing in. Banana Queen closing in, and 4 for Cindy getting up on the inside. 4 for Cindy up on the inside, takes a narrow lead late. 4 for Cindy wins by a decisive margin today. Won the Dark Jewel by a length to Banana Queen, and Shadows of Love third, followed by overriding Boot Scooter, Porcari Curry, then Short Shorts from Mirror View, Russian Conquest, Miss Fabergé, Wolves, Ruthless Dame, Papali, Rosita, Electrica. Boy, Gennady stopped quickly, finished last.
It looked like Shadows of Love and Banana Queen were going to fight it out. Zach Lloyd, what a 2 days he has had. He had other ideas, and he cut back underneath them at 4 for Cindy, who puts another win on the board for John O'Shea. And Zach Lloyd has made this carnival his own. He goes on to win over Banana Queen, who ran right up to that first up run at Hawkesbury. Will run second. Shadows of Love winds up in third, and overriding, Brad was fourth.
Well, he didn't have to share it today. Blissful Isolation out in front, a lovely turn of foot towards the inside, albeit a couple off the fence, but on the back of a lovely patient ride there from Zach Lloyd, and pretty dominant at the finish. So a few eye catchers in behind. I don't know if overriding at the clearest of passages, but she was really swarming home at the finish. Short Shorts brave from out in front. Banana Queen and Shadows of Love look to have their chance.
Yeah, it was a really nice ride by Zach Lloyd. He obviously didn't have a lot of options. He drew soft, settled in the back of the field, would have had to do too much work to get out to the middle where they've all been winning today. So he got up underneath them where no rider had sort of dared to go in the earlier races, because he is favouring back out towards the middle of the track. So, yeah, brave ride, but a good one by Zach Lloyd.
Yes, he's had a great couple of days, and he adds the Group 3 feature to what has been a great 48 hours for Zach and this mare. So he didn't have to share the spoils today. And Tom Charlton here for John O'Shea. Well, that's a very, very dominant win and a very clever ride.
Yeah, clever. I was a bit worried he was a bit negative there at one point, but I guess it worked out well.
You knew what he was doing.
I guess we'll put it down to that anyway. But anyway, the main thing is it ended up well, and great result for the White Caddo team, and mainly Gary. It's one of Gary's mares, so obviously her values, I'd say, probably doubled just then. So excellent.
I was going to say it's an important Group 3 win, isn't it?
Yeah, she's just progressed so well over the past season. Credit to the team at home. She's a mare that's just happy, racing well, very content. Yeah, great job.
Got a good finish on it, doesn't she?
She does. She handles those conditions well. And yeah, I think she's only sort of just finding her strap. She's improved a lot off her run at Hawkesbury again. She obviously had no weight in an 88, so it's a big step up again today. So it's good.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
It's Tom Charlton for John O'Shea, and we'll go over to Corey, and he's over there now, or about to be, with Zach Lloyd.
Well done, Zach. Didn't want to share it today, mate.
No, we're doing good. It's good to see. Lovely win by her. It's important win for her. Get us a bit of black type.
Were you ever concerned when you were drawn back on the inside and all the winners have been coming down the middle of the track today?
I was, yeah. The first half of the race did not go to plan whatsoever. I was trying to be a bit more closer in the run. I was trying to stay off the fence, and all I could focus on was just getting her relaxed where she was. And I just had to trust her. She obviously put a good performance in last start, and quick and really good today.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. This race named after the colossal colt from the Coalfields who won the Triple Crown in '77, a Caulfield Guineas and a Galaxy, and an inductee into the Australian Racing Hall of Fame, bred up at Luscantire. As much better will be one of the last, along with Steely, to complete the line ahead of race 9. Here's Darren.
Ollie Burke in the saddle. And the last to move in now is Steely. So Steely moves forward. And we're just about ready to go now on the Luskin Star Stakes. There's the light. Stand by for a break. Ready? And they're racing. Steely taken back, and Tamerlane jumped well together with Marin Pa. Now much better. Being wound up on the outside, and much better the grey, showing great speed, and is going to burn across and lead comfortably from Tamerlane. Nemeth there. Marin Pa there off the course, followed by Coastwatch, Colino and Kobe. 3 out into the bend. Fenders in a 3-wide position with a back to follow on the outside of Amenable. Over on the inside, Gravina, a length and a half, rocketing by, then Kinlock. King of the Castle pulling back in the field. Now Jimmy Star, the other favourite, is third last on the rails. From Key Largo and 2 lengths to Steely. Much better. Loves to run in the lead. Shows out by a half to Marin Pa. Tamerlane leaders back third as they come around the corner, followed by Nemeth. Kobe off the course. Further back to Coastwatch, Colino between runners. Then came Fender getting to the outside, and Amenable will be riding for luck in the centre of the field. Much better at the 300. Coastwatch goes up the inside from Tamerlane. Kobe running on. Fender to the outside. Going back towards the inside, Amenable and Gravina. But Coastwatch races a length and a half clear with 100 metres to go. Coastwatch in front. From Kobe the outside, Amenable's flashing home. Coming fast. Coastwatch in front. Well, hang on just Coastwatch a half head to Amenable, who absolutely flew home. I think Gravina third on the inside of Kobe. Further back then to Jimmy Star, flashing home at the end. From Key Largo, Colino, King of the Castle, Steely. Then came Fender, Nemeth, Marin Pa, much better, got tired.
Well, Coastwatch, he was all out, but has he held on to Amenable? He probably didn't want to go back towards the inside, but the way it panned out in the home straight, Tommy had no option. He's come hard and late, but he'll miss. And Coastwatch will win the Luston Star for Richard and Will Friedman and Regan Bayliss over Amenable, who flew home. Gravina winds up in third spot, and Kobe will be fourth.
He got the staggers late, but he did just enough to get home from a luckless Amenable, who was just held up for a stride or two and had to switch back towards the inside. You can see there the photo finish about half a head in it. Big drop in weight. Coastwatch today was good last start with a big weight, and you can see those horses flashing home in behind. Gravina was good in defeat. Kobe reacted well with the blinkers. But yeah, he gets out in front. He made his own luck to some extent, and he just doesn't have to hold on, Corey.
Yeah, can't wait to dissect this race tomorrow morning, because there's a few good runs in that Brad, and there's a few horses on the wrong part of the track or right part of the track, whichever way you want to look at it. But yeah, all honours with the winner. Great ride by Regan Bayliss.
Will Friedman is here. There was just enough left in the tank.
1,300 metres was just right, not 1,301.
He hit the front. It's a long straight here at Scone.
Yeah, it is. And look, to be fair, Regan came out with the plan. He said, we're going to go up the inside and then we're going to try and get into the middle of the track if we can get a break on them. So, he had to do it the hard way. And I know it probably visually looks like they're all coming, but he was a sitting duck, and he was tough late.
He had a big weight drop today, which helped.
Yeah, it did, and he rated really well his last race, so I was surprised he was drifting in the market. But, he doesn't know what the market says, so look, hopefully he can go on to some more races up in Queensland. But for a horse that was off for 2 years, to come back and to win a race like this is, pretty special.
He's been through a few things, hasn't he?
Yeah, and trust me, when I started training here, I didn't think I'd ever be in this position.
Good on you, mate.
Cheers.
Well, there is Will Friedman as Regan Bayliss comes back to scale here. 5-year-old by Fastnet Rock. And Regan's about to dismount. 1:16.51 overall, just a short head in it in the finish. Over Amenable and a half length between second and third. There's been some thrilling finishes over the last couple of days. And there's another one with Coastwatch just holding on the last 600 metres in 35.43. 35.43, so 12.19. 17 Kobe runs fourth with one more race to come as we are about to hear from Regan Bayliss in a moment. Corey will catch up with him. He's just having a bit of a debrief with Will. And he's on his way over to Corey now.
Well done, Reggie. Won't keep you too long, mate. Nice effort out in front and just held on.
He was a good 3-year-old Brownie back in the day. Some really good form around him and just lost his form. And he's a bit of a thinker, but he's been going really well this preparation and went from 61 to 54 today and he won well.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
As a $12 chance, and Junquera friendless first up here, $8 all the way out to $15. But Legio 10, it'll run our worst way in the last, but big goes for the local in Dollar Magic and late money for Fire Lane.
Okay, thank you, Tim. Corey, it would be remiss not to mention that the first time in over 50 years that Gary Harley hasn't been able to be at a Scone Cup because he hasn't missed really any out of more than 50. And not only has he missed the Cup, Scone has missed him.
Yes, without a doubt, one of our legends in the commentary box. He's such a terrific bloke, and I tell you, the people who have missed him more is the pie shop at Aberdeen on the way in.
Yes, they've had to restrict working hours as a result. Upstairs we go. Here's the last of the carnival with Darren.
24 over the Knights, 22 with 17 minutes to go. Red light on now, and we're ready to go on the last here at Scone. Legio 10, the favourite. Stand by. Racing. And Jeddabil in the centre left the gates well. It's pushing forward, looking for the lead together with Fire Lane, and Kips Bay is scooting along the inside to join the leaders early. King of Naples is pretty handy. Geo out deep. Further back to Manhood, everyone's a star. Just in reach, followed by Junquera Ezekiel. 3 further back to Disneck, then Smashing Eagle. Legio 10's well back in the field from Indifference. And Cigar Flick sees them all. 600 out, Kips Bay on the fence from Fire Lane, then Jeddabil. Geo out deep together with Just in Reach as they come up to the home turn. Further back then to King of Naples as they straighten up. Just in Reach is back on the inside. Dollar Magic's out wide. At the 300 metres, Kips Bay, Fire Lane, Jeddabil. Dollar Magic being sealed up is coming pretty wide out. Further back to Legio 10, ducking and weaving up the fence, but Dollar Magic takes the lead. Dollar Magic 2 lengths clear from Jeddabil. Fire Lane, Junquera late. Dollar Magic looking to grip on. Jeddabil goes to it, but Dollar Magic does it today. Dollar Magic beat Jeddabil, and I think Ezekiel charged through for third, and a massive go there. They're all across the track. Just in Reach, Junquera, Fire Lane, King of Naples, Legio 10 and Smashing Eagle up the inside. Then Cigar Flick from Disneck. Indifference, Geo, everyone's a star. Kips Bay were among the tail enders.
Rhys Jones wins the last on day one, and he wins the last on day two aboard the locally trained Dollar Magic, who had 6 recent second placings at the end of last preparation. Not a bridesmaid today, 5:20 and 2:20, and wins the final event over Jedi Beal, and has Ezekiel got up for third. Came from absolutely nowhere. That run was enormous, and 3 King of Naples will wind up fourth.
Good win, wasn't it? You're right, Gav. It's good to see her put a race away, and look at that, $5.20 on the tote. So plenty of punters out there got something out of her. There was a big cheer for her here on course, and she was brave at the finish. There to be beaten. Jedi Beal brave, and a few eye catchers in behind. A very busy go there for third.
Yeah, this horse, when it was walking around the enclosure, it's easy after the event, but you could see Scott Singleton had this horse really wound up for a first up attempt. What I liked about the win was how quick Rhys grabbed the lead there at the top of the straight. He was right out in the middle of the track, but the turn of foot was electric. So yeah, great ride by Rhys Jones.
Okay, that wraps us up. Thank you, boys, to Tim, also to Brad, to Corey, and to Ali, and yesterday to Mick and Melinda, and to everyone who has helped us out over the last couple of days. Thanks to the club. We've had a great time. We'll see you next year. Well, how satisfying is that?
Yeah, look, it is actually, because obviously she holds pride of place at our place, you know, for being so honest, and we've just looked after her and tried to get her confident. We gave her the 2 trials this time, and she bolted in the last one, and there to thank Rachel and Mitch and Billy at home for their riding and that. We've just tried to get that killer instinct into her, but very fit, ready to go, but you still want to see him do it. And when she drew 16, I thought, oh, here we go. Actually got to thank the head steward. I came to him earlier in the day when that rain was on and asked him if I watched the next race and I'm not happy, was there a chance I could scratch her? Because I just didn't want to bottom her out first up. But look, she's in great shape and she really deserves that win, you know.
Yeah, she'd been picking up a lot of money last preparation without winning, but great to see her do it.
Oh, yeah. Look, fabulous owners and everything. As a horse trainer, I don't think about money. It doesn't sort of come into my thinking. You just want to win, you know. And even just for her, she just deserved to win, you know. It's sort of, you feel sorry for everyone saying she's a bridesmaid, but it's not for lack of trying. She's a real trier. And hopefully she's just come back a length or two better this time and she can jag another one somewhere, you know.
Brilliantly done.
Thanks, buddy.
Congratulations, Reece. That was a pretty impressive win. She chimed in really quickly.
Yeah, she chimed in. She showed a really good turn of foot, you know. I don't think there's a horse more deserving for a win than her. She's been so consistent all throughout last prep, racking up numbers of seconds in good fields too, and she deserves a win here on home track today.
Well done, bud.
Thanks.